DJing, it's cool when you by yourself, but I feel like when you have like a team around you that actually like wants to do the same thing you want to do, you actually learn from it.
And you learn in a different way. It's just fun, man. And when you're having fun, you're in a mental space that allows you to grasp all of these things in a different way, in a more effective way, I'd say.
True.
You know?
I'm pretty sure the things I've learned within the year of me practicing, I'm pretty sure I could have learned that much more if I had like somebody like who was on the same type of time as me.
Right.
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
I think with these lessons that you and I are about to embark on, that's going to be the case. After you learn the basics of what we're going to cover, I'm assuming you want to get into beat juggling?
Oh, yes.
So once we get those basics down, then we move into the next phase, which is building routines and being creative together.
Okay.
You know?
I'm down for that.
So let's go for it, man. Let's go for it. I want to know what you could do. Like, what is your skill set?
Okay.
So I'm going to throw on duplicate copies of Steezo's It's My Turn and just see what you could do on an improv level. Like, can you just juggle, maintain control of the records? How many patterns can you do? Are you in the pocket? So I'm just going to give you an example.
Okay.
Read all about it. It's me.
So I just went through like a variety of patterns, you know? So I just want to see what is your range of patterns, what is your range of movement?
Okay.
And then go from there. We'll assess what will be the appropriate pattern or move to study today.
Just off top, I know like the whole see like how you call it like this the hi-hats and shit like in a certain the needle was marked like a certain way. For some reason I blank out when it gets to like parts like that.
Got you.
Like trying to like backspin and catch it back to that part and trying to catch the other side and get back to that. Like that's I lose it right now.
Okay, no worries. We'll work on that.
Okay.
So for now, show me what you could do on this record.
Okay, cool. See, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. Instantly, like it's like.
Okay, all right. Here's your issue already. When you do a move, all of your attention goes on the hand that is
doing the move.
That's the problem. And you got to learn how to separate your attention, if that makes sense.
No, it does, because I was doing the tap pause and I realized it's really like hand and not even eye, but more like ear coordination. Because you have to hear what this hand is like pushing through the speakers, and you have to like literally like see. I guess it's even eye coordination too. You have to see what this hand, what you backspin
Exactly. So what happens for me, for example, is let's talk about the offset backspin. See, my head turns to the right turntable as I'm scratching the and of one. That's the and of one.
Okay.
So as I'm scratching the and of one, I look to the right side so that I'm clear on where I'm setting the mark.
Okay.
Your issue is when, in this case, if you were doing the offset backspin, as you're scratching the and one, all of your focus is there. So then when you're ready for the next move, it gets kind of like stuttered. Like you have to kind of refocus and now move your eyes or your head to the right turntable. And then by the time you do that, you realize I'm not even at the beginning of the song. And then you gotta kind of have to stop, recompose yourself, rewind. That's why I teach what I call the 10 root movements of beat juggling. We're gonna go from the very beginning, the first move, and gradually take one step at a time and get you to the 10th movement, hopefully over the course of these lessons. And the purpose of my 10 root moves is for you to get your brain to communicate with your hands better, and for you to separate your attention, for you to be able to physically kind of like learn how to focus how your hand is positioned, what your hand is doing on a record, and then visually be able to like cue up the opposite side and do two things at once, walk and chew gum. And the 10 root moves that I teach allow you to gradually cultivate that skill set. Okay? So the first pattern that we're gonna learn is the breakdown pattern.
Break it down! If you please. If you please. If you please.
Okay, that's when you sent me in
Yeah. So I sent you the homework so you know what's coming.
Yes, for sure.
I want to see if you could do this. Give that a shot.
All right.
You had the homework, you know, you were able to study it. Let's see. Hold this right turntable. You were able to study everything. Let's see how much you've grasped from the homework.
All right.
Okay. Not bad. Position your body so that you're centered.
Like more like
Right. Exactly. Always. Okay. So center your body. Start again. Nice and relaxed. Much better.
Then I would like go into like the next. I think the next one you did, it was on like the next drum and like the one end.
Yeah. I that was me trying to push you to stretch the pattern.
Okay, I know how to do that as well too.
Let's just stay here for a second.
Okay.
I want you to be a little more fluid. Right now, you're very. You're stiff.
Robotic kind of sort of.
Yeah, I want you to be a little more fluid with your hand movements.
Okay.
All right. See how it moves?
Like rhythm with it.
Yeah. See. Yeah. You see already, like it gives you more of a like pocket.
True.
You know what I mean? So you could do a pattern and mechanically be following all of the steps that the pattern entails, but sonically there's no personality to the pattern. And what we need to do with you, Kelly, is make sure that all the moves have a personality. That's what's going to separate you from the gazillion dudes that are trying to learn this. You know what I mean? So opposed to being mechanical, try to have more
rhythm with it.
Yeah. Be funky. Right?
Okay, gotcha.
We gotta make sure that you're there before we could move on.
All right.
Get funky with it.
All right, got you.
Good shit, man.
Thank you.
Good shit. Now, you're not gonna be executing the breakdown pattern on the same song every time you want to showcase the pattern.
This is true.
Right?
True.
You need to be able to transfer the movement from one song to another song.
So I tried to do with the I don't know if you, well, of course you're familiar with the Mary J. Garne's All Night Long. Because like that's so simple with like the drums and the snares and everything is like right there and it's like equal. When I tried to do like the one and that you showed me in the video, it was not coming out clear at all.
Here's the issue.
Yeah.
See, the and of one is a faint hi-hat.
Got it.
The and of one on Steezo is a kick.
Kick, yes. Yes.
It's not faint, it's prominent.
Yes.
The and of one here.
Oh,
see?
So you can't do but so much with that.
You could, right. You have to be aware of the sounds that you're manipulating. Okay? So let's see how the breakdown pattern sounds on All Night Long. So it comes out, but that kick snare isn't that second kick. You're not going to hear it.
Okay.
So you have to be aware of the sounds that you're manipulating.
Gotcha.
Try the pattern here and see if you could transfer it.
Okay.
See, you have to be aware of the fact that the move doesn't change. You're just on a different song.
True.
So try to apply the same timing. Okay?
All right.
See, now you're doing 4 taps instead of 3.
So do you think 3 still would work with this?
The move, it's a pattern of movement.
Oh, for every song it applies
it's
to every...
It's a pattern of movement.
Okay.
It's a pattern of movement.
Okay.
So because it's a pattern of movement, if you stick to that pattern, it's gonna work.
No matter what.
No matter what. You just gotta stick to that pattern.
Okay.
That's why we call them patterns.
Patterns, okay.
And that's why I'm stressing that word to you right now. It's a pattern of movement. So the breakdown pattern is one of 10 root moves.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So to emphasize my point, I'm gonna put Steezo on the left.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep All Night Long on the right. See?
Oh, shit.
Just don't change the pattern of movement.
Shit, okay.
Okay?
That sounded like, wow, like you could have actually continued to do that.
And you can. If you could take a pattern and use 2 different songs if you want and get really creative. Right? See? It's just a pattern that I have ingrained in my head already, and then it just comes out.
Wow.
Okay?
Got you.
Let's go back to All Night Long.
Okay.
Stick to the pattern, all right? Don't deviate from the movement.
All right.
Right. Good shit. Nice. Good shit.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Now it makes sense, yes. It makes a lot of sense now. And noticing like how these patterns work, it kind of like gives you like endless possibilities with songs.
Endless. It's infinite what you could do.
Okay.
The main thing for now is getting you to master the moves. When you master the moves, then you could start articulating them your own way and stretching the moves.
Okay.